the Smokeware grill replacement gasket. I wanted to show you today exactly how to install it, and then we'll talk a little bit about how our gasket is different. You're going to need a scraper or a 5-in-1 tool, either one will work, a pair of scissors to cut it once you've put the first half on, some acetone and a rag. Some people use alcohol works, mineral spirits, although that leaves an odor, lacquer thinner, any number of solvents will work. I think acetone's the best. You can get it in any hardware store, and you can buy it in a much smaller can. The first thing you're going to do is remove the old gasket. You need to find the seam. This one's almost in the center of the back. This one's actually not very old, this gasket, so it's going to be tough to remove, but you just pull the gasket off, the old gasket. And like I said, this one's not very old, so it's still in really good shape, so it's going to be a little hard to get off. But once you remove the felt itself, you're going to want to scrape off the old adhesive. Once you've got all of the scraping done, you'll want to use a little bit of acetone and a rag. So the acetone's great for removing any kind of grease or any residue once you've gotten the old gasket removed, and it ought to be, you know, just about back down to the ceramic itself like it was before there was a felt installed. A lot of people ask me, oh, it's the gasket is, how do you get it to fit on a circle when it looks like it basically comes in a straight line? And really there's nothing to it. They're made to go on the grill, and what I usually like to do is just get it started, you know, get the adhesive is already on the felt, and I just pull off a little piece of it to get it started. You don't want to make the mistake of pulling this all the way off, because it'll end up sticking to itself or something else, and you'll end up ruining your grill gasket. But you just start at the top and then start the back center of the grill. You don't have to be exact, and just get it started. So you only have a little bit of the adhesive exposed. You get the gasket down, and you just start dressing it around. And I use the inside border as sort of the edge I'm working off of. And it's real simple. You just remove the backing as you go around. I'm just pressing down lightly to get it to stick. And I'm just going to keep coming all the way around. I'm not putting it on real tight at first. I'm just putting it on, and I'm not stretching it either. I just want to let it kind of drop down into place. There's plenty of felt gasket, so you don't need to stretch it. And you just keep dressing it around. It literally will take you less than 2 minutes to go all the way around. So once you get all the way back around the circle, and literally I did this in about, I'd say less than a minute total time. I get right back to the edge, and right at that seam I'm going to cut my felt, just like that. And then I'm simply going to have those two end seams match up. And then I'll go back and just press it down and make sure it's nice and tight. So once you've trimmed it, there's plenty of felt here to complete the install and replace the top as well. And just repeat the same steps we did on the bottom, on the top, and you'll have a brand new Nomex felt gasket. As I said, the adhesive we use is about 2.5 times thicker than the industry average. It's almost 100% pure Nomex. It's got a little carbon in it, and that's what adds the dark color. And carbon actually holds up very well against temperature. So it's a unique Nomex grill gasket. We are very confident our Nomex replacement gasket is the perfect solution for your Komodo style grill.